This is KVUE News Daybreak.
Tragedy on Austin streets. A mother fighting for her life and her boyfriend and unborn child killed after a crash with a drunk driver. What we're learning about the family.
And problems for the Trump administration this morning. What we're learning about a lawsuit against President Trump.
And birth control doing the opposite of what it's supposed to do. The pills now at the center of a nationwide recall. Good Monday morning to you, and thank you for watching KVUE News Daybreak at 6 a.m. I'm Yvonne Nava.
And I'm Brandon Jones, filling in for Brian Mays this morning. You know, Yvonne, hot is going to be a word we're going to be saying all week long.
I thought you were just saying because you're sitting here, you're like, hot is going to be the word because I am here.
Well, we're talking about the weather.
I just like to tease you, right, Erica? We're going to tease them all week.
Yeah, you better watch out there, Brandon. It is going to be hot. That is going to be a word. Also sticky, muggy, uncomfortable. You're waking up to a mostly cloudy start to your day. It's sticky out there, and the temperatures are pretty warm right now. 75 degrees for Camp Mabry, 74 at ABIA, and the dew point's close to the temperature, so that means relative humidity. It's high, close to 90% right now. Here's a look at your forecasted high temperatures today. Mid-90s for some across the eastern counties, lower 90s for the hill country and central counties. But when you factor in the dew points with those temperatures, here's how today's going to play out. This morning, feeling closer to 80. By lunchtime, it's going to feel like 90 already on the toasty side. And then this afternoon, your forecasted high feel like temperatures mid to upper 90s, closer to 100 degrees. Here's a look at your rush hour forecast. Patchy fog is possible this morning. As in terms of your morning commute, Annabeet, how are the roads shaping up this Monday morning?
Pretty open and clear for the most part. Thank you, Erica. Good morning to everyone out there. If you're heading out the door this morning, you know, you're going to be looking at awesome drive times as far as 6 a.m. goes. So if you are traveling on Mopac northbound at Enfield, this is a look. Construction should be wrapping up just momentarily, but just remember, drive safely and use caution as you see the construction workers out on the roads in that area. Smith Lane at Anderson Road near Maynard, this crash is still working. We reported it earlier this morning. So if you're trying to get at the 130 toll road, just use caution, be careful, and be aware. Yvonne and Brandon, back to you.
You got it, girl. You got it. All right, your time this morning is 6:02. And an Austin mother is fighting for her life this morning after losing her unborn daughter and the love of her life. KVUE's Jay Wallace is at Dell Seton Medical Center. And Jay, do we know her condition?
Yeah, so that mother, she was actually the passenger on that motorcycle in this crash. She is currently in the hospital behind me in critical condition, and her boyfriend was the motorcycle driver. He was declared dead on the scene. And that Austin mother, she also lost an unborn daughter in the accident. And we do know the identity of that Austin mother. She is 25-year-old Stephanie Soto, and this is a picture of Soto with her young son Mason. Her boyfriend, who was that motorcycle driver, 28-year-old Paul Diaz, he died in that accident yesterday afternoon. And this crash, it happened on FM 973 near State Highway 130 in East Austin.
She was really happy with Raul. You could tell they were in love. They were always smiling together and laughing.
The driver of the other vehicle in this accident was 38-year-old Cesar Corona Caterio, who had minor injuries. DPS says his vehicle veered into the path of the motorcycle, striking it head on. He has been charged with intoxicated manslaughter and intoxicated assault. He's in the Travis County Jail on a $2 million bond. And Soto, she did not have insurance at the time of this crash, so some of her friends has created a GoFundMe to help her in this time of need. If you want to learn more about that GoFundMe or how you can donate, you can visit our website at KVUE.com. Live in Austin, Jay Wallace, KVUE News.
All right, thank you so much, Jay. And now to politics this morning. It is a rare move against the President of the United States. Today, the District of Columbia and Maryland will announce what's being called a major lawsuit against President Trump. ABC's Kenneth Moten explains it all stems from his decision to hold on to business after becoming president.
This morning, the first family all under the same White House roof. Late last night, President Trump moving the First Lady and their son Barron into the executive mansion.
I, Donald John Trump.
But it's the day the president moved to Washington and took the oath that's now the center of a major lawsuit filed by the attorneys general of D.C. and Maryland. ABC News has confirmed today the top officials will sue Trump, accusing him of violating the Constitution by accepting money from foreign governments. The first of its kind lawsuit targeting Trump International Hotel in D.C. and the fact the president never fully gave up his business. The Washington Post reports the Pennsylvania Avenue property has hosted officials from Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. The suit, similar to one filed by a watchdog group. Friday, the Justice Department demanded that it be dismissed, arguing President Trump's private business has nothing to do with his office. Tomorrow, the man leading DOJ, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, expected to testify on Capitol Hill on his contacts with Russia. And the firing of FBI Director James Comey, days after his blockbuster testimony on alleged Russian collusion.
No collusion, no obstruction.
Comey says the president urged him to let go of the probe into fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn.
Is there evidence there to begin a case for obstruction?
I think there's absolutely evidence to begin a case.
Trump is now being pressured to turn over any tapes he may have of conversations with Comey. The president's legal team says Trump will reveal whether the tapes exist or not this week. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
And First Lady Melania Trump and her son Barron are officially calling the White House home. The two moved in yesterday. This comes about 5 months after President Trump was inaugurated. After the election, President Trump said his wife and the youngest of his 5 children would not be moving into the White House right away. And this is so Barron could finish the school year in New York. Well, that's already over with. And Melania tweeted this photo yesterday saying, quote, "Looking forward to the memories we'll make in our new home. #moving day." Puerto Rico wants to become a state. Voters in the U.S. territory took to the polls this weekend for a non-binding referendum. With voter turnout just at 23%, 97% of people called for statehood. Experts say it's highly unlikely, though, that the Republican-controlled Congress would act to make Puerto Rico a state. The island tends to favor Democrats. Puerto Rico's governor says the vote sends a clear message to Congress and to the world.
And today marks 1 year since that deadly shooting at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida. 49 people were killed in the massacre when a man opened fire. The city of Orlando has a full day of events planned, including a ceremony where all 49 victims' names will be read starting at 2:02 a.m. That's when the first shots were fired. Church bells are expected to ring throughout the city today. And we wanted to show you right now, this is a live scene photo here of Orlando. As you can see some of the murals and some of the flowers and candles out there for the victims. We'll have more on that story throughout the day. Well, happening today, Austin City Council will take its next steps toward picking a new city manager. The City Manager Search Advisory Task Force is meeting today to get an update on the process. Back in February, the city hired a recruitment firm to help pick a new person. Former Austin City Manager Mark Ott resigned last August for a federal job in Washington, D.C. He officially left his position on October 30th. That task force will work to collect public input and, based on that input, eventually present a list of candidates to the council and the mayor. Today's meeting starts at 10 at City Hall.
All right, your time is 6:07. We have a scary recall that you'll want to know about this Monday morning. The Food and Drug Administration has announced a nationwide recall of birth control pills. They say packages of Mabellus 24FE were rotated, reversing the order of the tablets. As a result, the FDA says the pills could be taken out of sequence and may place the user at risk for contraceptive failure and unintended pregnancy. There are no reports of that happening yet. People who think they may have been affected by this product should notify their physician and return the pills to the pharmacy.
In September, the punishment for those caught hurting animals in Texas will be tougher. Friday, Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill into law that increases punishment for violent animal cruelty offenses. The measure also closes loopholes that have allowed abusers to avoid prosecution. Until now, an animal abuser could get just 180 days for violently abusing a dog. Now it will become a third-degree felony, meaning someone could go to jail for 2 to 10 years. Well, Lockhart Animal Shelter needs your help this morning. It is a no-kill facility, but they are so overcrowded because of the influx of dogs that they're considering resorting to euthanasia. They are operating over capacity, and they say a code red situation there. Animals are even being kept in offices because there just isn't enough space. If you don't know how to adopt, we can also help you out with those donations there. You can find all this information on our website at KVUE.com.
All right, 6:09, and this morning we want to say happy birthday to former President George H.W. Bush. He is 93 years young today. Just last week, we put together a story about George and Barbara's decades-long life together. The pair met in 1941 at a school dance when he was 17 and she was 16. Since that time, they've had 6 children, moved dozens of times in HW, chased the Texas oil business and then a political career. But through it all, their love has endured. Hard to find a cuter couple around these days, right? Happy birthday, Mr. President. And now let's take a look at our forecast. It's not a present, it's not a treat, the weather, but you know what? We're going to have to just deal with this heat.
Yeah, for sure, because it's just the beginning of it. We're talking feel-like temperatures in the triple digits or close to triple-digit feel-like temperatures all week long. Here's a look at what you're waking up to this morning. Quiet on radar. Some light spotty showers developing east of us, but your temperatures are in the 70s. If not, a couple of spots such as Mason and Fredericksburg, close to 70 degrees, but Austin, Bastrop, 75. Take a look at the rain developing just east of us. Just some light spotty streamer showers could be across the eastern part of our viewing area this morning. So we're calling it about a 10% chance throughout not only this morning but also into the afternoon for those light spotty streamer showers across the eastern half of our viewing area. Highs in the lower 90s, but feel like temperatures, I did mention, close to 100 degrees. I'll break down exactly how long the heat will last and exactly how warm it's going to feel like coming up. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. Well, we are all at work this morning, so that means none of us won the Powerball ticket, right?
Oh, that's why Brian's gone.
Right. He's gone for a week. It's over $400 million and was sold over the weekend in California. It's the 10th largest lottery prize in U.S. history. Just one ticket matched that giant Powerball drawing Saturday night in Sun City. The mayor says there he hopes the winner is a local, as the town is well known for retiring. Nice.
Oh, so nice. We can always just dream, even for a second, right? Well, still ahead, a nightmare vacation for hotel guests on Las Vegas' Strip.
Yeah, several people are sick after contracting a disease at a popular hotel and casino. The bacteria found and what the hotel is now doing about it.
Plus, beating the daily traffic. The new way one Austin man is commuting to work. Or just try our hours, right?